Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Luca, and you can look at YouTube videos. The title of today's video is Timeline of the Future. Let's get it. By the way, this, I assume, amazing video was recommended to me on my YouTube channel by none other than Mariano Scholl. So, Mariano, thank you very much. I'm really excited to see this. So let's go right into it. Time-lapse of the future, a journey to the end of time. And this is by melodysheep, by the way. Amazing questions to ask. Whoa, look at these shots. It's crazy to think about that.
The Holocene has ended. What we do now, and in the next few years, will profoundly affect the next few thousand years. The only conditions modern humans have ever known so far are changing, and changing fast.
Nothing stays the same on this planet. Everything changes. The Earth is going into one of these jumps, and you don't know what is going to be on the other side of those jumps. The Earth is always jumping.
Comment, Holly.
Things move on this planet. Things are not still. Everything is turning.
Wow. Man. Supernova. One of those big ass stars, Antares. Man. Wow. 300,000 years from now. Oh no. Man. This video is amazingly well put together. Wow. Holy cow.
As it begins to run out of fuel, the sun won't simply fade away to nothing. Its core will collapse, and the extra heat this generates will cause its outer layers to expand.
Holy cow, this video is so well put together.
The sun is now dead. It's remained slowly cooling in the freezing temperatures of deep space.
$60 billion years.
The fate of the sun is the same as for all stars. One day, they must all eventually die, and the cosmos will be plunged into eternal night.
All stars eventually will run out of fuel. The temperature of the universe drops. The stars, one by one, in the night sky, will turn off. And there'll be no more new stars created. And so that the universe will end not with a bang, but with a whimper.
But with a whimper.
And not in fire, but in ice.
Think about that. Holy cow, look at the time.
With no fuel left to burn, a white dwarf's
Look at the
faint
time.
glow comes from the last residual heat from its extinguished furnace.
This is incomprehensible.
Looking at it from where
This
the
time
Earth is
scale.
now, it would only generate the same amount of light as the full moon on a clear night.
That's crazy to think about.
The faint glow of white dwarfs will provide the only illumination in a dark and empty void littered with dead stars and black holes.
I'm feeling the void in my heart now. All this quasi-non-existence.
In some ways, it's kind of a ghost universe. It's the corpses, the zombie stars, that will take us into the future.
This is so far away. Can you imagine these rogue planets flung through space? Wow. I never knew they could do that. Man. Can you imagine seeing this close by? These things spinning around like this? Wow. This is so well put together. This is amazing. Whatever exists during this time, almost a trillion years from now.
A black dwarf will be the final fate of those last stars. White dwarfs that have become so cold that they barely emit any more heat or light.
Man,
Black dwarfs
crazy.
are dark, dense, decaying balls of degenerate matter. Little more than the ashes of stars. Their constituent atoms are so severely crushed that black dwarfs are 1,000,000 times denser than our sun.
Man.
Stars
hole,
take
yeah.
so long to reach this point. We believe there
Still
are
black
currently
dwarf.
no black dwarfs in the universe.
Wow. None. There is no hope for anyone. These time scales are crazy. This is crazy. A million trillion years. Holy cow.
We have a pace of life that's based on really the energy available to us now. You could imagine living conscious systems which have a very different pace and therefore can extend out at least a lot farther than you'd imagine otherwise. You could have a living
This is
system
so far
where
away.
if it had a thought every 10 trillion years, that would seem normal.
Oh,
Even if our
Lord
life
have
dies
mercy.
out, one could imagine at some time arbitrarily far in the future, a fluctuation occurs which allows intelligent life to exist again for a little while. So you might have
This is
islands of
crazy.
time of intelligence.
this is a little bit depressing, isn't it? This is our inescapable destiny on a universe-wide basis. This is where we're headed. And to know where we are headed, it's kind of grim, isn't it? Lord have mercy.
A proton, one of the fundamental building blocks of atomic matter, of what makes us up, can just spontaneously fall apart.
Any material that evades the pull of a black hole eventually dies away as its protons disintegrate.
If the universe is going to have runaway inflation in perpetuity forever, cow.
The matter inside black dwarfs, the last matter in the universe, will eventually evaporate away and be carried off into the void as radiation, leaving
4,000
absolutely
trillion
nothing behind.
years. The black hole era. This is all that's left. Nothing but
With
darkness.
the black dwarfs gone, there won't be a single atom of matter left. All that will remain of our once rich cosmos will be particles of light
Yeah.
and black holes.
Oh my gosh. Gosh. In this period of time is when something else begins. Lord have mercy. Nothing. Good Lord. Good Lord. Good Lord. This is crazy. How can this be? Oh, it's a depressing thought to think about.
The arrow of time
Wow.
creates a bright window in the universe's adolescence, during which life is possible.
Man, this is mind-bending stuff,
But it's
man.
a window that doesn't stay open for long. As a fraction of the lifespan of the universe, as measured from its beginning to the evaporation of the last black hole, life, as we know it, is only possible for 1,000th of a billion billionth billionth of a percent.
Doesn't make any
Black holes being
sense.
The
Like,
fundamental building block of the universe.
I can't relate to that number.
A galaxy will basically be a supermassive black hole in a center with smaller black holes orbiting it.
Lord have mercy.
Zombie galaxies filled with black holes continue to evolve.
They'll eat each other and they'll get bigger, and maybe they'll fall into the supermassive black hole and it'll get bigger. The universe will still be an exciting, dynamic place. It's just that the timescales you're talking about are now trillions of years instead of thousands or millions of years.
Cow. Look at the time scales, man. We thought the universe today is old. Just look at this. Oh, this is crazy.
Black holes can bang on space-time like mallets on a drum. And they have a very characteristic song. Imagine two black holes that have lived a long life
black
together.
Holes orbiting each other?
At the end of their lives, they're going around each other, crossing thousands of kilometers in a fraction of a second. As they do so, they leave behind in their wake a ringing of space, an actual wave on space-time.
I'm just going to stop reading the time thing at the bottom. This is crazy to me.
Space squeezes and stretches as it emanates out from these black holes banging on the universe. Those are the gravitational waves. They are literally the sounds of space ringing. And they will travel out from these black holes at the speed of light as they ring down and coalesce to one spinning, quiet black hole. If you were standing near enough, your ear would resonate with the squeezing and stretching of space. You would literally hear the sound.
Imagine distortions in space-time.
Imagine a lighter black hole falling into a very heavy black hole. The sound you're hearing is a light black hole banging on space each time it gets close.
Lord have mercy.
As it falls in, it gets faster and it gets louder.
Oh my gosh. Holy cow. What is this?
Scientists used to think
these visualizations are
mortal, but even these will one day die.
Now we're talking about time scales of unimaginable, like quadrillions of years into the future.
Radiation visualized.
On that time scale, even the black holes begin to evaporate.
Wow, what is this?
According to quantum mechanics, space is filled with virtual particles, antiparticles, that are constantly materializing in pairs, separating, coming together again, and annihilating each other.
This is crazy, man. What is
in
this?
the presence of a black hole, one member of a pair of virtual particles may fall into the hole, leaving the other member without a partner with which to annihilate. The forsaken particle appears to be radiation emitted by the black hole.
Oh, that's an excellent. I understand now.
Black holes are not eternal. They evaporate away at an increasing rate until they vanish in a gigantic explosion. Quantum mechanics has allowed particles and radiation to escape from the ultimate prison, a black hole.
After 15 million trillion years of imprisonment. Oh my gosh. Fireworks dazzling the universe. This is the end? Or is this the beginning? Man. What could this force be?
Philosophers and poets have asked the question, will the world end in fire or ice? We can now give an answer. The latest evidence shows that the universe is not slowing down, but it's speeding up out of control. And the universe, we think, will die in ice. Trillions upon trillions of years from now.
Empty space itself has energy. In every little cubic centimeter of space, whether or not there's stuff, whether or not there's particles, matter, radiation, or whatever, there is still energy, even in the space itself.
Energy.
And this energy, according to Einstein, exerts a push on the universe.
What is the weird stuff that's accelerating the universe? We call it dark energy.
Dark energy.
And this stuff is the dominant stuff of the universe. Almost 3/4 of the matter energy content of the universe is this dark energy. And we don't know what it is.
What could this be? What could it be? I hope we find out in my lifetime.
Unlike matter or radiation, does not dilute away as the universe expands. This has crucial implications for what the universe is going to do in the future.
So what will be the future of the universe? Well, if the dark energy remains dominant and repulsive, the universe will expand forever. Faster and faster and faster with time. A runaway universe.
70% of the energy of the universe resides in empty space, and we don't understand why. But we do know what will happen.
Crazy stuff.
If that energy continues to be there, the universe will become cold and dark and empty. That's the future as it might be. We don't know because we don't yet understand the nature of dark energy. Until we do, we won't know the future. We won't even understand our own origins, and that's why we want to know and study this subject.
An extremely deep question that needs answers. Yep, big crunch, I've heard of that. You know, actually, let me pause this video and say something. The idea that our own universe is going to expand increasingly faster and faster infinitely, this kind of breaks my intuition as to how the multiverse operates, because obviously I think of it as this endless sea of these universe bubbles growing. And obviously, from my own three-dimensional Homo sapien intuitions, I would see these universe bubbles as they expand, overlap into each other. And you know, what's that? What are the implications of that? So it's just Yeah, I just wanted to say that this is a source of confusion for me right now. The idea that we're going to have an eternal universe that's going to expand forever. What are the implications of that on the multiverse? And obviously my intuitions here are guided by a very Newtonian understanding of physics. And the universe, as Neil deGrasse Tyson says, is under no obligation to make any sense to me. So just because I can't figure it out, you know, I bet I should maybe think about it a little bit more. But yeah, this is crazy stuff. This is crazy, crazy stuff. And we're already at 40, 50 billion, whatever. I'm not even going to read that stuff. Man. Could, we don't know. Yep.
The forecast does seem
hopefully
to be
one of you lost out there will figure this out.
Universe.
I believe in you.
But then, of course, we have to ask, could that end lead to a new beginning? And there are ideas whereby what actually is the end of our universe could in some sense be linked to the beginning of a new one.
Yeah. Man.
We've worked out the mathematics, the equations. They seem to say that if you have an atom smasher that can concentrate tremendous amounts of energy at a single point, you can perhaps open up a gateway, a baby universe. Facing the death of everything there is.
Sounds
this
like
perhaps is their only possibility of escape. And this also raises a very intriguing possibility, sheer speculation of course, that perhaps any universe that has intelligent life in it will create baby universes, will create lifeboats, and proliferate child universes. So an evolution may take among universes in the multiverse. Survival of the fittest may take place. So those universes which do not have intelligent life are infertile. They have no children. But those universes that have mild temperatures, stars like us, would create civilizations that could open up child universes, and they would then proliferate.
An interesting idea. We don't know, because the multiverse is an idea. It hasn't graduated to the status of a rigorous scientific theory. As Neil deGrasse Tyson would say, it's the cogent extrapolation of the marriage between quantum physics and relativity. So it's not just something that we just pull out of our, but we don't know what it is. It's just an idea. It's just an idea. But it's an interesting idea. I watched a video earlier that showed how big the universe is, and that shattered my perspective of the scale of the universe. This video is shattering my sense of what time is. You know? Yeah, just an eternal universe. In an eternal universe, 1 trillion times to the power of a trillion is still early.
After an unimaginable length of time, even the black holes will have evaporated, and the universe will be nothing but a sea of photons gradually tending towards the same temperature as the expansion of the universe cools them towards absolute zero. once the very last remnants of the very last stars have finally decayed away to nothing, and everything reaches the same temperature, the story of the universe finally comes to an end. For the first time in its life, the universe will be permanent and unchanging. Entropy finally stops increasing because the cosmos cannot get any more disordered.
That's
Nothing happens,
incredible.
and it keeps not happening forever.
The entropy is maximized. That's crazy. One of the craziest videos I've ever seen in my life. Man. Man. Oh. I don't really have anything to say. Can't really say much. I think my brain is reorganizing itself from this. Another perspective changer. Honestly, if you keep on recommending all these perspective changing videos to me, oh, I'm gonna be so disoriented. Man, this, I don't think I can even come up with anything interesting to say, just except from the fact that I was absolutely blown away by this video. Is there a possibility that we can escape from this common destiny that we share with every particle in the entire universe? Is there a way that we can, and would, I guess this boils down to just human greed, just self-interest. Oh, we want to protect ourselves from our oblivion, which everything is destined for anyway. Man, I guess it's a little bit egocentric of me to think that when I look at a video like this, to think, how can we get around this fate of the universe? We're little ants, not wanting to be doomed. Man. So, crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Did you also feel this sort of sense of, well, besides being blown away, did you also feel the sense of, like, despair a little bit? I was hoping that we would go out in a blaze of glory. Not in a little whimper. Like, the big crunch to me sounds a lot more glorious than the big rip. But yeah, Lord have mercy. I think I'll need to think about this video for months before I even come up with anything interesting to say. Thank you very much for recommending this video for me. The music was amazing. I recognized some of the footage that they used, but the way that it was put together was, I can tell that this was made by someone or a group of people that are very passionate and care very much about this. Amazing, absolutely astonishing. So thank you so much for watching this video with me. Take it easy, because I'm gonna need to, get myself a cup of coffee or something to wake up. To become self-possessed again. This is crazy, out-of-body experience type of stuff. Thank you very much once again for looking at me look at YouTube videos. My name is Luca, and I can't wait to see you on the next video. Please do keep recommending these videos for me. I would have never imagined I would have seen this video on my own. Thank you so much for recommending it for me. So with that said, I hope that you show up next time, and don't forget to subscribe. Take care.